Hello, Cancer, and welcome to your Saturn and Jupiter into Aquarius tarot reading. Saturn is moving into Aquarius on December 17th and will remain there until March of 2023, so a 3-year transit. And Jupiter is moving into Aquarius on December 19th and will remain there until December 2021, so a year transit. And this comes right after we have the Sagittarius new moon total solar eclipse on the 14th, so it's major energy shifting time. You are completing lessons and stepping into new energy. So let's take a look at Saturn and Jupiter and how that is impacting Cancer. Right, with Saturn, oh, look at this. We have Capricorn, I teach you. So this is what you've been working on with Saturn. Saturn has been in Capricorn, its home sign, and this tells me that you've really been growing and building yourself in some capacity, Cancer, whether it's emotionally, mentally, your education, building yourself in the physical realm somehow, some way. You've been working really, really hard, and this is like in the trenches work where you feel like you may be giving and doing much more than the payoff that you are receiving. That's the energy you've been working with for the past 3 years with Saturn in Capricorn, all right? And with Jupiter, we have cardinal energy and exciting experiences. So as Jupiter has been in Capricorn, Jupiter has been trying to inspire you, to push you, to keep you motivated, to keep you pushing forward through this heavier energy that you've been dealing with, okay? For you guys, it's like I have this vision of, you know, all these people trekking up a mountain, and you guys have like backpacks of 100-pound weights on you, whereas everybody else does not have a backpack. Like, that's how you've been feeling, okay? But Jupiter being in Capricorn has actually been a blessing for you, even if you feel there hasn't been a whole lot of physical blessings manifesting. It's been pushing you and motivating you to keep moving forward, to keep pushing forward. So let's see how this energy is transitioning as it moves into Aquarius. We have Grand Water Trine, emotional fulfillment. So there is a lot of good stuff that is coming for you now, Cancer. You've got the Grand Water Trine here, and that tells me as Saturn is moving through Aquarius, there is a lot of things happening for you internally as well as externally that are bringing about a lot of emotional fulfillment and happiness, where you may have felt like that wasn't so much the case over the last 3 years. And for the next 3 years, there is a lot of experiences coming your way that bring a great deal of emotional fulfillment. And over here with Jupiter, we have void, of course, be still. So as Jupiter moves into Aquarius to join Saturn, it's not to say that you aren't going to be working on lessons. You know, Saturn is our great teacher and we're always growing and learning. But this next year, especially because Saturn is a 3-year transit and Jupiter is a year, over the next year, this is going to be a time of more of like reward and going in the flow of what you have created for yourself in the past, okay? This next year isn't a year where you're really going to have a desire to, I don't want to say, how do I explain this? It's, okay, you've been working really hard over these past 3 years on something, okay? And now, as Jupiter moves into Aquarius over the next year, it's time for like the fruition, the reward, reaping the rewards of your efforts, okay? And it doesn't mean there's not new people coming in, that you're not trying new things. It's just like you're on this trajectory and you're not going to open yourself up to any big major change until closer to the end of 2020. Like that might be when you're ready to expand or build further upon what's manifesting now, okay? And There was another message that was coming through for me as I was trying to get that one out for you guys. Oh, okay. And so, yes, all right, there we go. So, like this next year, it's really like flow, harmony, manifestation, happiness, emotional fulfillment. And Aquarius is about wish fulfillment and social activities and networking and, just connections in your life. So I feel that's where you're more focused over this next year as Jupiter's moving through Aquarius is you want the connecting, you want the interacting, you want the networking, and you're like coming into a lot of emotional fulfillment and happiness, and that's where your focus is like reaping the rewards of past energy and efforts. And you have been working very, very hard. And then after this year, I do see where you are going to greatly expand and build upon what has now fallen into place for you over 2021, because you've done the work and now it's time for things to fall into place. So let's pull some tarot. And you've learned a lot with Capricorn showing up for the Saturn energy I teach you. You have learned a lot, and maybe you don't quite realize it in this moment, but Cancer, you're definitely going to have a lot of aha moments and epiphanies where the dots just connect and you're like, I get it. There's a great deal of emotional evolution that you are receiving as well. Seven of Pentacles, yeah, working hard. But where's the payoff, right? High Priestess, a lot of things going on behind the scenes. You've had to really trust your intuition, maybe feeling like you're walking this alone. We've got Seven of Swords coming through. Page of Pentacles, and this is Saturn energy, okay, what you've been dealing with and where you're headed. Yeah, and then the Eight of Swords here at the end. So you have been working very, very hard, feeling like you have very little payoff or very little to show for it. And you've been trying to trust, have the faith, believe in karma, believe in what you do comes back to you, trying to work the law of attraction, trying to, trust spirit, trust the angels. And it's just like, oh, is this my path? Or is this the right change for me? Is this ever going to happen? Is this ever going to pay off? Well, these last 3 years, you've been in preparation for that. Okay, a great deal of evolution emotionally as well as spiritually with this High Priestess. And these two sevens coming through, 7 is the number of growth, right? So these past 3 years, you've been dealing with Seven of Pentacles and Seven of Swords energy, and that's where Saturn has been teaching you. So teaching you about money, teaching you about the power of your thoughts, of your intention, of your energy, but also bringing you into a deeper awareness of people and their energies and their intention, because with this High Priestess, you're very sensitive and empathic to others. And a quote that I read not long ago that I really, really loved was, empathy without boundaries is self-destruction. And that's the truth. And I feel for some of you, you've really been working hard on like learning boundaries, laying boundaries with your empathy because of the setbacks that it causes you at times. And there could be frustration, like, why am I made this way? Why do I feel everything? You've been in school learning, and now you are coming into the mastery of all those experiences and emotions that you've been going through. And you're just going to have a stronger sense of self and direction forward, and you're dropping this Seven of Pentacles and Seven of Swords energy. Like you're done with those experiences as Saturn moves into Aquarius, and now it's time for something to begin to manifest for you. And with the Eight of Swords, to me, that's talking about how the first year as Saturn is in Aquarius, that instead of like all this hard work, like you're not walking up the mountain anymore, you're standing at the top enjoying the view, okay? And that's what I see is like you're very focused on the achievement that is now coming to you. And then towards the end of the year, there's this great expansion that you're going to add to yourself, to your life, to your job, to what you're doing. So let's pull some cards specifically for Jupiter. All right, you got the High Priestess twice now. Big deal, Cancer. 10 of Cups, 5 of Swords, King of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so this Be Still, 8 of Swords is sitting with the Wheel of Fortune. Cancer, truly, I know nobody wants to hear, like, you know, you don't have a ton of exciting things happening. You're not going in all these new directions in 2020. It's not a bad thing. Like, you are growing roots. You are finally feeling stable. You're feeling like you are connected and where you belong. Okay? And there is a lot of reward and emotional happiness and fulfillment over 2021 for you. And that's just where you're at. You're not meant to be in the trenches through 2021. You're meant to, you know, be in first class, enjoying yourself. And so there may be other projects and other things that you start thinking about or start to cultivate through 2021. Okay, but it's not till the end that you want to begin another trek up the mountain, okay? Because this next adventure, this big expansion, is another trek up the mountain, and you need a period of rest, recovery, recuperation, and reward. You deserve blessings. You deserve happiness here, Cancer. Here you are, okay? You've done all this work while Saturn was in Capricorn. Here's the payoff that's now beginning, okay? And you go from the Page into the King of Pentacles over the course of 2021. That's beautiful, and it's naturally happening for you because of all the work you have already done. And then the wheel turns, and you are ready to embark on your next adventure, your next mountain, your next journey, your next set of lessons, okay? And here, the 7 of Swords with the 5 of Swords, Jupiter being in Aquarius is truly allowing you to have borders and boundaries on your empathy, and also what other people are saying and doing, it's not going to penetrate you so deeply, because with these two High Priestess coming out, there is so much evolution happening for you in the emotional body, in the spiritual body, that you're overcoming this and this pettiness of others that, you know, really sucked you in before, because it could be family, it could be friends, it could be romance. Like, you're not going to participate or entertain that anymore. And that's where having the boundaries on your empathy come into play. You're much stronger, and you feel a new drive, a new energy that's going to be pushing you forward. And where you were worried and you were people pleasing, you're not anymore. You're just not. You're sure of yourself, who you are, your intentions, your energy, and for the first time in a long time, that's enough for you. And all of this unknown and uncertainty that you've dealt with for the past 3 years is now going to start transforming into great understanding and consciousness expansion. And you won't question your journey. You'll see why certain things didn't pan out because of what's happening for you now. Let's pull you some more cards to look at the blended energies of Saturn and Jupiter. Six of Cups. Yes, energy from the past is now paying off in beautiful, sweet ways. The World, it's time to enjoy yourself. The Moon, this coming through the Sagittarius new moon, total solar eclipse is like a powerful portal for you guys, but the eclipses throughout 2021 are also very powerful for Cancer. And we've got the Lovers coming through. And lastly, Temperance. Nice. So you've got 4 major arcana and 1 minor. Here it is. All of your hard work and energy of the past is now going to start paying off in very, very sweet ways. Okay, Cancer. Some of you, there's going to be maybe some unexpected travel coming up, or there's going to be a lot of travel through 2021 that you did not expect or anticipate. Some of you may be reuniting with like childhood friends, people from your hometown, energies of the past. And this isn't I mean, we do have the Lovers here, so this could be like an ex-romance. If this is an ex-romance coming back, this is somebody from long, long, long ago, okay? This isn't anybody that within the last 10 years, okay? This energy, I feel, is like way past for people reconnecting and reuniting with you. And so there is some of that that's taking place through 2021, especially around the eclipses. And I know the eclipses in 2021 begin in May. There's like May and June, and then towards the end of the year, November, December. I know we have the next Sagittarius new moon total solar eclipse around like the 4th of December 2021. So it's not to say that these people aren't showing up until those points, but there's definitely energies of the past coming back to reconnect with you throughout 2021, and around the eclipses it's very, very strong that they will come back in. But also the 6 of Cups is energy of the past, like all your hard work and effort. It's now time for that to come in to fruition, and it begins. But also with that, the eclipses are powerful times for you of manifestation, of energies coming in, and it's so sweet. It's like very sweet energy. And here, you know, this is definitely reconciliation of somebody that you have known and you've lost touch with, or maybe had a falling out a long time ago. And it's somebody near and dear to your heart. Well, they were near and dear to your heart at some point in time. So friend, family member, romance, ex-romance, okay? But also with this, Cancer, through 2021, I do feel there is high potential of aligning to soulmates. All right, romantic soulmates, beautiful love, romantic relationships and energies, and also friendships, okay? Because 6 of Cups is also about soulmate energy. So you have that, and it's the world here, it's major completion for you, and this next year is all about reaping the rewards of your past energy and effort, and you're just in a good place. And towards the end of the year, I see you embarking on a brand new journey. I see a lot of wonderful energies coming into your life, some new, some old, and life just feels a lot sweeter in 2021 for you than it has these past 3 years, as well as moving forward into March of 2023. Okay, but you just have a more sense of your inner compass and sense of self and balance. And you're going to have borders and boundaries with your empathy and your emotions in ways that you haven't previously. You're evolving into that. And it's time for social activities. It's time for travel. It's time for happiness. It's time for reconnection. It's time for new connection. Okay? And that's just where you're at over this next year. And then you definitely are embarking on a beautiful adventure towards the end of 2021. And we'll look at that more in that time frame. But it's life is about to get good and sweet, Cancer, and alignment with soulmates and reaping the reward of past efforts. Okay, so those are your messages. I'm sending you lots of love and light. Take care.